Hello, welcome to WGSN-DB Going Solo Network. We are goingboldmedia.com and going bold with the experts. So you guys can go right on that website, goingboldmedia.com. Check out all of our wonderful hosts and guests. We have all the information there. Check out our show notes too, because we do have our show notes there on each and every show that we do. You guys are on LinktoEXPERT Business Showcase. I am Cece Shatz, one of your hosts. I am the doyenne of relationship building. I have my wonderful friend here, Joanne Weiland. Joanne, tell us a little bit about you.
Joanne Weiland, Weiland when you can fly. I'm the founder of the collaborative cloud community, LinktoEXPERT, because you can't always be an expert. You can't always know an expert, but you can always hire an expert, because if you do, you will implement your ideas and your dreams will come true. So we welcome you today, and we are excited about bringing you a guest that I've known since December 12th, 2014. So thank you, Cece, always for, making this possible.
And I'm so excited. We're going to talk about business, grow with grace, with wonderful guest, Camille Leon. She's a founder and chief visionary. We're going to bring her up here. And of the Holistic Chamber of Commerce. It's an online international serving the business needs of holistic aligned providers, professionals, and business owners. And we want to thank you so much for joining us today.
Yes, because have any of our listeners ever been in a situation where, just for an example, your back is killing you and you would love to be able to find a really good massage therapist, or maybe an acupuncturist, somebody in the holistic industry, and just like vice versa, how are you in the holistic industry and you're looking for clients? That's where Camille shines. She's always connecting the two, whether it's if you're looking for a service or a product, or selling a service or a product. And she's international. She's all over, because she really does care about the holistic industry, because we, like Cece and I too, we believe that is a lot of the secret to success, because if you don't feel good, you don't do good. And so, Camille, thank you for making this all possible, and welcome to our show.
Thank you, Joanne. I am so glad that you invited me on, and so glad to be here today. And what a great description of who we are and what we do, really. That bridge. It's about creating the bridge from people to providers of holistic health and wellness. And we also...
Go ahead.
I was going to say, we also represent holistically aligned business support professionals, because, of course, when you're busy with clients, customers, and patients, you also need like-minded business support. So, yeah.
Exactly. No, it's so true. Like, just for an example, when we were introduced to each other back in 2014, it was with one of the LinktoEXPERT members, Dr. Maluna Fausch. She was a member also of the Holistic Chamber. And it's always so cool, because they actually call me the Queen of Collaboration. But I love when other people do the same, connect me, and so that I can work with people like Camille, and that we've been collaborating ever since. And it really is exciting. So that's why I'm so glad that we were able to share with the world now of more of what you do and how you do it. So thank you so much for being available today.
You know, it's a little cliche, but I still love it. And that's when we're talking about win-win-win relationships, right? Where it's good for LinktoEXPERT, it's good for the Holistic Chamber of Commerce, and it's good for the community at large, all of the people around us. And in today's world, it's not just our next door neighbor. It's not just the people living in our city. It's everybody in our state, everybody in our country, and everybody all around the world.
Exactly. Yeah. It's a totally different world, and we can learn from each other like we are right here. I mean, thank God Cece put this together 12 years ago. We're on the radio, the podcasts, the TV. I mean, now we even have Roku TV and everything, and we're reaching just there 5 million people. So it's just so exciting to be able to share these types of information with the world so that we can all grow together.
Yeah, I think the thing that impresses and surprises and excites me a little bit these days is it's now both in person and online. It used to be like everything we were doing was in person. And then for some people, everything they were doing was online. And I think now we have much more of an integration.
Yeah, the hybrid.
It takes both. I mean, if I'm going to an acupuncturist or a chiropractor or going to get a massage, right, I'm going in person. And if I'm working with a hypnotherapist or a coach or on a podcast, I can do it online. I don't have to drive anywhere and deal with the hassle of parking. I don't have to fly anywhere. So it's really, in some ways, so it's really weird though, zero-sum game. I don't have the stress of having to travel and deal with all the hassles of travel anymore. But sometimes technology throws me for a little loop. Oh, that's a hiccup. I wasn't expecting, but I do feel like overall we are moving forward in the world.
Yeah. So tell us a little bit how you got started doing this.
Oh, I got started. I was working in downtown LA. I had a corner office in downtown LA. And my grandmother and my mother both had some, serious health problems. And I started looking for an acupuncturist. And I asked all my coworkers in downtown LA, right? You think of LA as progressive and all of that. And so I asked my coworkers for referrals to acupuncturists, and they were all like, head scratch, is that covered by insurance? And don't they use needles? Like, why would you do that? And I'm thinking to myself, natural healthcare it's my first choice, right? It's my first preference. And so I saw a disconnect between consumers, right? People like you and me, and all of the natural wellness providers. We're not the natural chamber of commerce because we really wanted the more expansive term of holistic. So like I say, mind, body, spirit, business, budget, planet. If your budget's not big enough, you can't shop at Whole Foods. Right. So, but the seed of it really was that original search for a holistic wellness provider. And that's how we ended up having the online directory, because, I have family in Maryland. And what if I want to make a referral to them when they're looking, right? Mm-hmm. And that's why we have an online events calendar. So our members can put their events out there and people can just come to our website and find out what's going on.
Yeah, that's wonderful.
Yeah.
That's wonderful. Yeah. I mean, we had just had a holistic divorce coach on here recently. And so, yeah, I should tell her about you.
Yes, please do. Because, talk about a stressful period in the life of a couple or life of a family is that recognition that it's time to go different ways, and having a coach through that transition can really, I don't know if we can make it easier, but a little more graceful, right?
Mm-hmm. Cece definitely does that. She's a divorce expert, and she's been helping people for 12 years make it easier, like you said, because it's still painful. But I'm so grateful that she is there for so many people, because otherwise they might just give up.
Well, and on the other side, done right, on the other side of divorce, all parties can be in a better position, right?
Right. Right.
It doesn't
I'm just
have
going
to
to say, because
be.
it's so traumatic, it's, it affects your health. And so you
Yes.
definitely
And
want
your
to be aware of
mindset. It doesn't have to be like divorce doesn't have to be win-lose.
that.
Business negotiations don't need to be win-lose. We really can compromise, but better than compromise, we can cooperate, we can collaborate. But we have to be talking to each other. And, so holistic divorce coaches, from my point of view, they can make a big difference. I know holistic attorneys. Now, I got to say, when we had the first attorney join our Holistic Chamber of Commerce, I was like, but it was an attorney who specialized in family law. And then we've also had a few attorneys who specialize in business law. So, right, you're creating an agreement with a larger entity, and you want to make sure that everything is really hunky-dory when it comes down to the small print, right? So I love hearing that. Cece, what a great thing that you do, and make a difference in the lives of so many families. One of the other things I like to say is healthier people on a healthier planet, right? And that means, that doesn't mean we're going to stop changing. Oh, okay, we're all in a good place right now, which of course I don't think anybody would say. It means that we are growing with grace. We are finding ways to forgive ourselves. We are finding ways to forgive others. We're, creating ways to stay connected and also, though, release when that makes more sense.
Yeah. It does. And we appreciate, and you're now, have all these people all over the country and even outside of the country, right?
Yes. Yeah. Because one reason for that, right, is it doesn't matter whether you're in Montana or Florida or Texas or California, you can go online. Right. And you can find what you're looking for online. But we also host a lot of online events. And so our members in the audience can attend our events. They don't even have to leave the comfort of their home, right? Right. So it's really a little bit, at least a little bit. How do we make it easier for people to participate? And how do we make it easier for people to participate in the Holistic Chamber of Commerce? But how do we make it easier also for people to participate in their own personal growth or their own professional growth, right? What's your life like at home is relevant. What your life is like at the office for those who work is also relevant.
Good point. People don't realize that. I mean, if you're, like I was saying earlier when I introduced you, if you're in pain, I find that you aren't very productive, and you're usually not, somebody, probably doesn't want to work with you because they don't even realize you're in pain, but you're all grumpy or whatever. So it really is so important to take care of yourself personally in so many different ways, mind, body, and spirit, like you're saying, to be able to have a well-rounded life so that you can run your business. And Cece, you always talk about that too, even when people that, are blossoming from learning that, that they can get through this divorce or whatever it is, then they either start a business or they already had a business and it's growing. I mean, it's just amazing how they really do work hand in hand, hand in glove, that it's not just one side of your life to focus on. It's really integrated into all of it.
Right.
So we appreciate, I have started this many years ago. When did you start?
We started in October 2010. So we are just about 13 years old now. So we have been around for long enough that we're kind of a done deal. We're consistent, we're steady. And we also have a presence on LinkedIn and on Facebook. We are on a few other social channels, but Facebook and LinkedIn are right now the easiest places to find us because people are looking. people are really wanting and craving holistic wellness solutions. They're hungry for that. So we want to make sure we are where people can find us. And yes, people can go to Google and start typing in holistic, and odds are we're going to come up. But some people don't go to Google. Some people are spending their time on social media. So it's also being on a few of those platforms so that we can be found there as well. And so one of the other things that we really talk about and do for our members is search engine optimization, right? We create extra hyperlinks so that your SEO gets what I call it a booster shot, right? And then when we come up and our directory comes up, you're also likely to be found there when people are looking. So,
well, I also think, still going back to the old days when everything was word of mouth, I think it's so cool the way you also have your members know each other and who they are and what they do. Because just for an example, when I have a backache maybe and I go to the chiropractor, he might or she might also recommend I get a massage before
Right.
or after my adjustment, depending on the injury. And it's so good that they have each other to know each other and refer each other.
And we do that also on social media is just an online version of word of mouth. I think that some people have forgotten that, right? But social media is word of mouth. Somebody makes a post, I'm looking for a acupuncturist who specializes in Kundalini energy, and that's where you get responses from the people you know there. So that is one of the things we like to do, is make sure that our members are connecting with each other in our meetings, right, and also online. Like, take those names of the people you're meeting and send them connection requests.
Exactly. No, it's all about collaboration. It really is.
Really
it's so
is.
powerful. So we love that you promote Link to Expert, and we promote Holistic Chamber of Commerce every week in multiple ways with your different events or whatever, to all of our hundreds of thousands of people as well on social media, as well as website.
I love your emails. I get your emails twice a month, so it's consistent, but I don't feel overwhelmed, right? Over-pinged, if you will. And it always gives me information about your experts. So I can see who's active and who's doing what. And yeah, it's helpful and fun, which, wow, isn't that the best of both worlds? Helpful and fun.
Well, same with you. I always love that you keep us informed of who's doing what and how we can get in touch with them, or how we can join your online event, or even some or still physical events. So it's really all about keeping people informed and giving them the option of what they want to do next with what they have available to them.
Yeah, it really is. And I think that's a lot of what it's about, is giving people options. So as an example, I'm not even going to hold this any longer. So we talk about integrative medicine, right? When you think holistic health and wellness, integrative medicine, functional medicine is part of what comes up. And we all know that cancer is a problem in today's world. It's a big problem in today's world. So the co-founders of Panda Express, Peggy and Andrew Chung, recently gave $100 million to City of Hope to create a integrative medicine program for the oncology department. Imagine integrative medicine in a major hospital, right, focused on cancer research and cancer solutions. So yeah, it's for me, that's what it's about, is making sure that all of us are more aware of what your options. Here, take this pill. Well, I'm not, I don't want to take another pill, right? Or I don't want to spend all this money on prescription medication, or I don't want to take a pill that's going to lead to other side effects, which are going to lead to, I need other pills. So actually, funny. So Fresh Starts, Transformation and Action is a...
If you don't mind, we'll share with that after the break, because I'd like to talk more about it. So Cece, do you want to take us into break just because of the fact that we want to learn more about this? But right now, I think it would be a good time to go into break.
Hi, I'm John Thomas. I want to share with you a professional products and services directory we call Going Solo Directory. And you need to check this out. If you want exposure to your business or are seeking professional product or services, this directory has it all. And that membership, for the many special features, you get the benefit of a worldwide exposure with a 40-minute video interview on an international business showcase. All this for just one low annual fee. For more information, contact GoingSoloDirectory.com.
Well, welcome back to LinktoEXPERT Business Showcase. We are so pleased to have you back. I am Cece Shatz. I have my good friend here, Joanne Weiland, with me. I do apologize. We seem to be having some technical problems, so I'm trying to address those, and hopefully we'll go a little smoother this half. But let's make sure you guys got all the information that you need. We are talking with Camille Leon. She's the founder and the chief visionary of the Holistic Chamber of Commerce. We want to make sure that we put that up there, the Holistic Chamber of Commerce. And it's an online international serving the business needs of the holistically aligned providers, professionals, and business owners. So also, I want to make sure you guys have her email. It's Camille, Camille, at holisticchamberofcommerce.com. That's HOLISTIC, chamber, CHAMBER, of OF, commerce, COMMERCE.com. So check that out. Also, she's got a free gift for us, so we want to make sure that you get that. It's your guide to holistic health and wellness. You know, we're all trying now to be a little bit better with our health and try to understand it a little bit. We want to live longer, and we want to make sure that our family is also living longer. So I know I'm in the arena where, you know, you have older parents and whatnot. And so this is, I think this guide is definitely beneficial to all of us. So your guide to holistic health and wellness, holisticchamberofcommerce.com. Just go to the website and just click on your free gift, your guide to holistic health and wellness. So hopefully we'll go a little smoother this half of the show. But again, we have Camille Leon with us. We're talking about grow with grace. Grow with grace. That is that's something said here in today's world about how to grow with grace. And so we're talking a little bit about that. You guys are listening to WGSN-DB Going Solo Network. And again, we're on the LinktoEXPERT Business Showcase. So let's get back to our topic here today.
The integrated medicine, I think it's so important. I mean, myself, I really believe in holistic, but I do feel like, maybe try both. I mean, just as an example, one time I had pneumonia and I kept going to the doctor, and long story short, they kept giving me different antibiotics, and it was weeks, and I couldn't get rid of my fever and stuff. And somebody in the holistic field said, "Have you tried coconut oil?" And it sounds so silly and so simple, but a teaspoon of coconut oil every, couple hours, 4 times a day. Within 24 hours, my lungs were clear. My fibers in my lungs were clear. I mean, sometimes it's something that simple that we just need to be open to instead of thinking it's only medicine. So I'd love to hear your take on integrated medicine.
I think that is actually one of the challenges, is you hear some of these possibilities and you go, how can that work? Like that sounds crazy. Or
Right.
all those other terms, right? Oh, that sounds airy fairy. That's woo woo. Yeah, I get it. And if it works, it works. Like there is a big part of me that's like, I really don't care how it works. I also don't know how prescription medications work. I don't know the science behind them. So if chiropractic works or acupuncture works or massage, like what I care about is it works.
Right.
So I do think that a lot of people want to live longer, but I also think that a lot of people want to live better. A long life, if you are not healthy, is like who really wants to live longer if they are not healthy? Or frankly, if they don't have the money to support themselves. That's also not a fun existence. So live longer and live better.
Yes,
have the energy to do what you want to do. Have the energy to work more efficiently, make better decisions at work and in your business, but have the energy also to enjoy your weekends and your evenings and play a little bit, right? I can tell you, prior to the Holistic Chamber of Commerce, I never considered painting, right?
I was going to bring that up. That's another great point, to have an outlet to do something.
So many paintings over in my studio that I open an Etsy store. like they're taking up space. So let's see if we can find them all new homes. Friends and family are a little bit tired of, it's your birthday, here's another. So
but it's a great point, Camille, because of the fact that we have to tap into our creative side as well when we talk about mind, body, and spirit. That I feel like sometimes people don't realize that you have to have some kind of outlet, some kind of way to express yourself. And I'm so glad that you found your, ability to be able to paint. I mean, who would have thought it? When did you actually discover that?
It was through a Holistic Chamber of Commerce member. One of our members, Karen Sachs, runs a company called Paint Your Essence. And boys and girls and everybody, paintyouressence.com. And that's what she does, is she hosts groups and does one-on-one sessions that help you discover your creative artist, and she focuses on painting. So I have been, having sessions with her for off and on for a lot of years. And actually, so like that is one of the reasons, and I'm not going to spend a lot of time, but that's one of the reasons for the book, right? When you go to your doctor is going to talk about what your primary care doctor, right? They're going to talk about what they're used to. Surgery and prescription medication. That's what they're used to. That's what they know how to refer you to. And by the way, I am not going to say don't do it. I just happen to feel that holistic healthcare and wellness products and solutions can add to what you're doing. They can make a difference for you. If you have to have surgery and you then also start using essential oils, you might find that you recover more quickly from your surgery. Or if you have surgery or taking prescription medications. You might find that hypnotherapy is a service that helps you move forward to fully healed, so that you're not taking prescriptions for the rest of your life. You're just taking them for that short term, get through the pain so I can get back to my full life, right? Nobody wants to be addicted to opioids, as an example, but that doesn't mean they're not useful for that initial recovery period. So this is just like, let's talk about the solutions that get you back to full speed for you, so you can go back to living your life and maybe not be on prescriptions for the rest of your life. By the way, you might end up taking vitamins for the rest of your life, but that's a little bit of a different energy and level of health.
Well, it looks like we're running out of time, so we're going to have to close the show. I just want to make sure that everyone knows that we have Camille Leon here with us. She's the founder and chief visionary of the Holistic Chamber of Commerce. And please reach out to her at Camille, Camille, at holisticchamberofcommerce.com. And her website, again, is the same thing, holisticchamberofcommerce.com. And we do have a free gift there, your guide to holistic health and wellness. Just go to the website, holisticchamberofcommerce.com, and it's there for you. I want to thank you so much, Camille, for being on with us here today. And we truly appreciate you and all that you do. And we want to thank you so much.
Thank you, Cece, and thank you, Joanne. And what a pleasure and an honor to be here today and meet all of you. Meet everybody who's listening and watching.
Yeah, sounds wonderful. All right, LinktoEXPERT Business Showcase. I am Cece Shatz. My good friend here with me was Joanne Weiland. We want to thank you so much for watching here on WGSN-DB Going Solo Network, goingboldmedia.com, Going Bold with the Experts. We'll catch you next time. Bye for now.